is Hans, and it's time for another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And today I've got one that came out of an umai crate. Head over to japancrate.com and use that coupon code, the Ramen Raider, for a discount. I've got one from Itsuki. This is a spicy tonkatsu, Kumamoto spicy tonkatsu ramen. So it sounded good. I talk to a lot of people all the time about spicy instant noodles, and I got a guy today who is a huge fan, and he's over in Germany, and this guy is like all about everything food-wise that is spicy. Say hey once again. It's been like, God, what, man, 6 months since we did a show. This is Eric from Germany. What's happening, man?
Hello, Hans. Pleasure to be with you again.
Ah. So we were talking before the show about different varieties that you get over in Germany versus what I can get here versus what people get elsewhere. And you're trying to... The meat spaghetti is definitely only a South Korean one. I don't think you're going to find that anywhere other than South Korea.
I'm probably going to have to put some money in some South Koreans' books then to get some over here, because I am actually really curious about this, because spaghetti bolognese is one of my favorite dishes, and it is one of the dishes that I cook best.
Nice.
And I was always interested in seeing what the Samyang variety, the Samyang take on this would taste like, because I can get a few ones here, but they're not exactly the ones I like. I'm not a big fan of jjajangmyeon. I'm not a big fan of kimchi, because my stomach just can't handle it for some reason.
Right.
But I have been to every Asian grocery in my city. My city is fairly big, and there's it's nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, there might be some eBay seller or something like some equivalent thing that you can score it from. But I'll say this, the tomato one's really good, and it comes with like a cheese powder. I like that one, and if you wanted to add your own stuff to make it a bolognese, that would be totally good.
Yeah,
You know?
sounds pretty good. I'll have to pass on the cheese powder, as I am heavily lactose intolerant.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It does sound pretty good, and it's actually been way more than 6 months since we last talked. Because
It's been like a year?
More, I think, because the last time I was on the show was on my business trip, where I was actually in Istanbul and in Turkey, and I think that has been like almost 2 years now.
Holy crap! I've been doing this show that long? Wow.
Yes, you have been. The last one we spoke on was the Nongshim spicy gamjatang.
That's right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be episode number 796.
Damn. Talk about dedication.
You know, I always wanted to do this, and it seemed like it would just take way extra long to do it. But it's like, it takes 3 minutes to cook, and then I'd be just sitting here spending the time garnishing everything anyways. So it's like, might as well just have a camera in front of me and record it. So that's how the show started.
Indeed.
Just got a Bluetooth speaker in the corner, you know? It all works out.
How I see it, that is certainly an art form in itself, because ramen, I think, in my opinion, is one of the most versatile and one of the most customizable dishes there is, and everyone's got their take on it. And it's just like, I don't really find anything to compare it to. It's probably also a whole lot like home brewing, where people make their own beers and wines out of anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah, it kind of, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of two different things. One is bread, because you can make any kind of sandwich you want. And the other thing is basically, instant noodles are kind of like a canvas. You know, there's your canvas. Now, your canvas, you got it from some foreign country. Why don't you add this stuff to it, and now you can have like this exotic, thing going on. It's just kind of like a blank canvas, and you can add your own stuff to it. It is very
Yes, and
enjoyable.
I have a pretty good example for that because currently my current favorite noodle is probably the Samyang Mala fire noodle with the Szechuan pepper in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And in our grocery stores here, we have this stuff that is sold that is called just soup seasoning, and it is literally just unseasoned, dried, dehydrated flakes of vegetables. There's carrots in there, there's herbs in there, there's celery in there.
People would
And
kill
what I
for
like
that
to
here.
do,
Do you know that? People are
what
always like looking for just like plain dehydrated vegetables to add to their noodles. And they're like, where can I get that? Where can I get that? And it's like every other country has it except us.
Yeah, we have them in these big round plastic spice containers that you would get salt or anything else in.
Nice.
And what I like to do, as you're well aware of, in the mala noodle, there's this package of dehydrated veg and mushrooms
Yeah.
that you add while you're boiling the noodles. And what I like to do is I would just like to add a fair amount extra of this so-called soup seasoning, and this way have a lot of extra veg and extra fiber in the fire noodles.
Nice.
And I usually pair that up with some dehydrated mushrooms that I slice up and throw in there as well. So when I start the stir frying process, I really unleash a lot of aromas, a lot of roasting flavors from the added veg that gets rehydrated as the noodle cooks.
That's
And
cool.
it makes the whole meal a lot more, a lot more nutritious. I do get pretty full from it when I add this stuff and the mushrooms to it, and it makes for a really nice flavor profile as well. As the veg hydrates, the noodles soak up some of the flavor, and then it all gets fried with the mala sauce. It's really my favorite at the moment, and I've probably eaten like 10 packs in the last 2 weeks.
Oh wow! And you were just like, didn't seem like it was long ago. You were like, I gotta stay off this stuff, man. It's killing me. That's cool. Got
Yeah,
back into it.
I've pretty much, to me, it's a lot like drinking. You just build up a tolerance. You just learn to handle it. I mean,
Oh, big time. Especially with the bulldog because it uses capsaicin oleoresin. They use extracts to get those heat levels, which
yes,
probably is
of
why they
course.
can, honestly say it's like the 2x is 8800 Scoville heat unit. They're using like an exact amount per batch. That's just works. But the thing is, though, a
Indeed.
buddy told me that when you do like concentrated extracts, you can build your tolerance up really quick. Like for people that like do lots and lots and lots of spicy challenges, they'll build those up and like do special like maintenance tinctures that they like take like an eyedropper and go bloop, and then just like get the whole head rush, the whole body high, and everything from it's so hot. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's like
it's
wow.
just like when I have like a beer pong tournament or anything like that.
That sounds like
I'll
fun.
get wasted. I'll get wasted daily a few days prior to that, and then when the tournament happens, no matter how many drinks I have to take, I'll just be standing straight.
Okay,
And I think it's
okay,
very much the same.
now you got to explain a beer. Is this like you go somewhere and they have like big tournaments and stuff, or what's this all about?
I have a lot of friends who study at university, and I am invited to their parties regularly
Nice.
because, for some weird reason, people like to be around me, even though I'm a heavy introvert. And when I know that there's going to be a beer pong competition, and we bet money on it, I get pretty drunk the days before.
Yeah.
And to ensure that when the day comes up, I'm not gonna get floored by some cup of beer. And I think it's very much the same with the noodles, because I remember when I started eating spicy ramen, the first one that I really got because it looked interesting and it was bigger than these little mama packages that you normally buy.
Right.
My first one was a Shin Ramen Red from Nongshim, and I remember, compared to the normal noodles that you get everywhere, I remember being completely overwhelmed by the spice. But when I had a really spicy dish the next day, it felt like nothing, and it was the same with the fire noodles. Like, the first few times you're just suffering. You have to suffer before you get to enjoy it. That's my take on it.
That's very true. I mean, it's like when I did the 3X the other day, man, that just like knocked me out. I was like, whoa. But I got through it, and then the next day I did the challenge one. I was like, I have a feeling I know how this is going to go, and I was right. It was really easy. And that's because the tolerance just skyrockets with that stuff. Which makes me... I tried to do the, what was it? I tried to do it the same way with the, that 18 prohibited. For a few days, I think I did some spicy Chinese Szechuan peppery stuff. I did the 1X, and then I did the 2X, and then I tried to reconquer that, and it just did not happen. It was like, nope, sorry. That stuff doesn't compare. So I need to like build and build and build and then try to hit that up maybe. I don't know. I really want to eventually take that one down. That's on my bucket list. Because that's kind of embarrassing.
That one is on my list as well, though. If I had seen it anywhere here, I had already gotten it, because even though currently I am more a fan of the Samyang fried noodle type of noodle, because I just like the thicker noodles with the sauce and the frying aromas.
Yeah, yeah.
I can always appreciate a good soup, and I would really love to try the 18 prohibited, but it is nowhere here, and
I just heard the other day that it's discontinued.
What?
Yeah, this girl does a cooking show out of all places. Was it Kuwait, I think? And she like takes screenshots and my stuff saying, yeah, it's she was doing the 2X, and she said it's like third place. She was looking at an old list, but it's like third place on the list, but then the second place is the 18 prohibited, but that's been discontinued, so maybe it's actually is second place. I'm like, whoa, this is the first time I've heard anybody say 18 prohibited was discontinued. But it's not like people that are going out buying 5-packs of that stuff. I mean, come on. They don't have a lot of repeat customers for the 18 prohibited, I don't think.
Because I really want to try that. That means that I'm likely going to have to spend a lot of money to get it, but...
Yeah, I would recommend go ahead and try the Cully's World's Hottest Ramen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen your video on that.
That one was hard. That one like really gave me a serious set of body high and shock factor and all of that. I mean, it was like 8 hours rolling around on the floor with gut pain. Let me tell you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know my story. I know a thing or two about body highs, but usually they don't come from spicy things.
Yeah. Mucho gusto, yeah. Well, I've just made a nice fancy bowl of spicy tonkatsu. I'll send you a picture after we're done here. Not super death spicy or nothing, but man, it's good. It's really good.
That sounds really good too.
Yeah. Too bad you don't live closer, man. I'd just invite you over and eat all my noodles. Unless I'm doing a mukbang, it goes down the drain, which drives people insane. But that's what I gotta do.
I remember that intro of yours where you had this like metal music with all the noodles down the drain. I
Yep.
I
Yep.
always remember the emotional pain I felt from all this good stuff going down.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I wouldn't have lost 160 pounds unless I was doing that, so. The
Yeah, I
children
can
are
imagine that, by the
rebelling.
way.
They're going
I
crazy.
wish I had half of your discipline.
It's hard, let me tell you. This one, man, I could pound this bowl of noodles in a New York minute, man. It's so good. I mean, I got the perfect sexy eggs going on that are all marinated and yolky and chashu pork and oh yeah, this is like built
Oh
for
god,
eating,
I love
that's for sure.
chashu.
You even got the Laogan Ma chili crisp on it. Oh yeah.
Damn. You should really contact Samyang because I know that the brands listen to you. You should have them make low sodium varieties of their products for people like me who suffer from way too high blood pressure.
They're interested in doing that. I've spoken with them about it. It may happen at some point. I don't know when, but you know, you can get noodles that are lower sodium, and then you can use their sachet. I could get you the info about exactly how much sodium is in one of the spice packets.
Yeah, because I've been struggling with blood pressure lately because my job has been getting pretty stressful. I was only planning on being a small developer, and now I have an apartment to run, so
Yeah.
I've never had any training in management or in leadership, and I've only just turned 27, and now I've got all this stuff going on, and
That's a lot. Yeah.
I've gotta look at my sodium a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, calm down over there. Shush. They're rebelling. They're rebelling against me, man. Mutiny.
Yeah, I admire your patience. I don't think I could ever be a father.
Oh, yeah, you know, I mean, there are days that I feel like throwing them off the balcony, but I resist the urge. You know. I know at some point in the week there's going to be a time when I can sit and relax and have a couple beers, and it's like I just wait for that to happen. Anyway.
Yeah, we should totally do that at some point. I'm definitely stopping by if I'm ever near.
Yeah, totally, man. Well, the batteries on this cam are getting old, and I gotta sign off because they're gonna die. But yeah, good noodles, good talking to you, man. Do another one. Maybe I'll do a space noodle mukbang and get you on while I'm doing one of those.
Hell yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Let me take this opportunity to greet all of your viewers, which are my fellow viewers, of course.
Right on.
All of you stay cool, stay in love with noodles, spread the word.
Cool. All right, everybody. That was Eric from Germany, and this has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles. If you get a chance, you should definitely check out this Itsuki Akikara Spicy Kumamoto Tonkatsu. It is freaking rad. All right. Enjoy your noodles every day. Have a good one, and bye.